Welcome to the third Paws Here video diary. As we've found lots of new homes for our animals this week, it's been a really good week here at Paws Here. 2 pairs of baby guinea pigs have gone to new homes, as well as some of our rats and hamsters. All our baby girl rats are reserved now, and some of the boys have been reserved too. Boy rats make fantastic pets, so I'm sure they'll find new homes soon. Lots of hamsters have found new homes as well, but we still have several girls left. Since we've found so many new homes for animals, it's been a really good week here, and I'm really pleased about that. However, there has been a recent sad event at the shop. 2 of our rabbits, Axel and Harriet, were returned to us. We rehomed them about 2 months ago. They're really sweet bunnies. Axel's really lazy and cuddly, and loves to just kind of flop on your lap and go to sleep, while Harriet's really bouncy and friendly, and likes lots of attention. They were returned because their owners claim they're not playful enough, which I find quite shocking, because they're wonderful rabbits. They're great fun to be around, and they're what a rabbit is like. So if you don't want a rabbit, then don't get one, and don't be surprised after 2 months if your rabbit isn't as much fun as you thought it was going to be. They came here for holiday boarding, which we do regularly, and told us a week and a half after they were due to pick them up that they weren't going to go back home. They're really friendly bunnies, so I'm really upset that they've come back again and are here looking for a new home once more. We've given them one of our really big cages, so hopefully they'll have somewhere really nice to play around while they're waiting for a new home. And because of events like this, we've decided to make some changes to our adoption policies. From now on, we're making people read lots about adopting from us, and making them understand that returning a rabbit to a shelter is not only completely unethical, but ridiculous and kind of shocking. I mean, if a member of your family was becoming difficult, would you just give up on them and give them away? So we're asking people to read lots about that, and also to fill out a questionnaire which asks lots of questions about who's going to be looking after your pet, what you're going to do in the event of emergency, your vet care, your ideas for vet care, and your whole attitude about it. I find that attitude is one of the most important things when you're looking for a new home for a pet. Lots of people just seem to have the wrong attitude. They seem to treat pets like commodities, like a piece of furniture. They're concerned about like the colour the pet is going to be, or sex or age. Lots of people just want baby animals, but you're going to be with an adult animal for most of its life, and you should be completely prepared to deal with that before you get a pet. So I think that it's really important to have the right attitude, and we're just not going to rehome to people who have the wrong attitude. So we've thought about our adoption policies again, and even though in the past we've tried really hard to place pets with people who we think are going to be the right owners, and we've worked really hard on finding the right owners, obviously it's not been enough, so we've made new forms and had some new ideas so we can be absolutely sure that our pets are going to the best possible homes. We don't feel comfortable with settling for anything less than an absolutely excellent home, because we know that the animals are really well looked after here, and we just couldn't let them go anywhere that's not going to be at least equal, if not better, to the treatment and care and attention and affection they get while they're here. We also had an interesting incident this week with a little baby rat. He was 5 weeks old, and he developed a really nasty infection in his tail. We're not completely sure what it was caused by, and neither was the vet, but it meant that the end of his tail was completely red raw, and it was actually going dead. The same happened to one of his paws. So we brought him to the vet, and she wanted us to keep an eye on him for a day, so we looked after him for the day, and he seemed really bright and cheerful. But the next day I took him back, and she said that the tail looked even worse, so she decided to amputate. It was quite a serious operation in a rat who was just so young, but he pulled through really well, and he's doing really well just now, which is fantastic to hear, and to see him just bouncing around with all his little friends just fine. He's still in with his mum, and she's looking after him too. So he looks really happy, but obviously he's had a big chunk of his tail removed and a piece of one of his paws, so he needs lots of extra care and attention. His name is Wilfred, and his operation cost, I think, over £80, so we're currently fundraising for that. We've got £6 so far, which is really cool, and hopefully we'll get enough to cover the cost of the operation. We always have an emergency fund for incidents like this, but as it gets used up, we always have to fundraise to replace it. So right now we're fundraising for Wilfred, but he's doing really well and getting his medicine every day. We mixed him with Nutella, which is really nice for him. He really enjoys that, and he's seeing the vet again in a week, but I think that he's doing really well, so he should be fine. Another really nice thing happened this week. I'm sure you all remember Fern, our rescue bunny who came in a couple of weeks ago now. She went to be fostered by one of our great volunteers, Kirsty. So she's going to have a holiday with Kirsty's family for about 4 weeks. We usually let people or ask people to foster rabbits for up to 4 weeks, which is really nice for the rabbits because they get a chance to be with the family and get lots of extra attention. So I really hope Fern has a good time with her. I'm sure she will. We've had lots of help from volunteers this weekend. We've had some people donate vegetables to us, which is really, really nice. We've been giving lots of parsley and carrot tops and stuff to our bunnies, and they're really enjoying that. As well as that, we've been able to get, I think, 3 new cages since the last time we spoke, which is fantastic. Lots of our pairs of bunnies are enjoying the really big cages now, and we're able to afford these thanks to all the fundraising help we've been getting, so that's fantastic. Right now we have Biggles and Alfie, a pair of boys, Axel and Harriet, and Daisy and Vera, all in new cages, and they're really enjoying them. Hopefully, I think we're going to let Jude and Bonnie, 2 of our other bunnies, into another big cage, so that should be really fun for them. So I think that all that remains for me to do is just to say thank you for everyone who's shown up at Paws this week and helped out, and to everyone who's watched this video, and to everyone who's helped fundraise. You really keep us going, and it's fantastic to hear any feedback, or just to know that there are people out there looking at what we do. So thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.